The first time I went, I was shaking like a leaf. I didn't even want to go, but my friend Dinah kept saying, "Oh, relax. Nothing will happen. It is easy money, you will see." We went to this hotel in Osu. When we entered, my heart was beating very fast. We were taken to the changing room. There were three other girls there already naked, putting on their heels. Dinah immediately started taking off her clothes too. I was still nervous and scared. After she finished undressing, she turned and saw me with my clothes still on, and she rolled her eyes. "I have told you everything already. Why are you still wearing your clothes? It is almost time. Just take them off. Let's go. Don't you want the money? Hurry up." I inhaled deeply and started to take my clothes off too. Dinah was right. This was easy money. After I finished, Dinah held my hand. "Don't worry, they won't touch you. No one will. Just wear the heels and walk. That's all." I inhaled again, put on my heels, and followed her out. I thought maybe the men would touch us or something bad will happen. But honestly, it wasn't like that. All they asked us to do was wear heels, nothing else, and just walk around. The men sat down drinking, smoking, just watching. They didn't say a word, just looked at us. Me, I was shy at first. I kept covering myself. But Dinah told me, "Stop acting like a villager. Just walk and pose." So I did. For almost 3 hours, we just walked up and down, stood in different positions, turned around when they told us. No one touched me. Nobody even came close. It felt strange, but at the same time, it wasn't as scary as I thought. When it was done, one man gave us an envelope each. I didn't even want to open it there, so I put it in my bag. Later, when Dinah and I went outside, she told me to open it. I did, and I nearly fainted. 2,000 cedis. 2,000. Just like that. 3 hours, no touching. I had never held that amount of money before in my life. I was shocked. My hands were shaking. At first, I was scared of coming, but at that moment, I was happy I followed Dinah. I started thinking, hey, if I can do this a few more times, I can finally start my hair business too. I can prove to my father I am not useless. I am not a failure. That night, I couldn't even sleep. I hid the money deep inside my bag and kept checking it every few minutes, like maybe it will vanish. I felt guilty, yes, but more than anything, I felt powerful. For the first time in my life, I had control. I had money, my own money. 2 weeks later, Dinah called me again. The way my heart started beating when I saw her name on my phone, I already knew what she was about to say. She said there was another gig. This one was even bigger. More clients, more money. The pay had gone up too. Instead of the 2,000, it was going to be 3,500. And the thing is, this one was different. The first time we went, it was in the evening, around 7 or 8. Everything felt normal, lights everywhere, men chatting and drinking openly. This new one was going to be very late, around midnight. And she said the clients don't like too much light, so the room will be dim. Immediately, my spirit didn't sit well. I told her, "Dinah, this one sounds different. I don't know if I can do it." She just laughed in my ear. "You see, you like complaining too much, always acting like a church girl. Did anybody touch you the last time? Didn't you get paid more than you have ever seen in your life? So what is your problem again?" I tried to explain, but she cut me short. "Hey, do you want your business or not? Because the way you are behaving, we will all pass you by, and you will still be there, broke, crying about your father calling you a failure. I don't have time for that." Her words pained me, but she was right. My father had been on my neck every single day, insulting me, comparing me to other people's children. I was tired of being broke and useless, so even though my heart didn't like it, I just said yes. I told her to book me before someone else took my spot. That night, I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, my stomach twisting. Something told me not to go. But then I thought about the 3,500 cedis, about my hair business, about proving everybody wrong. And that was it. My mind was made up. I was going. I should have listened to my instincts because nothing could have prepared me for what happened once we got there. Welcome back, babe, and I hope you are doing great today. If you're new here, I'm Vera, but you can call me V. And I share amazing stories. I share real life stories that will shock you, break your heart, inspire you, and sometimes make you laugh. So if this is something you will love, please subscribe and like this video. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so that when I post, you'll be notified immediately. Today's shout out goes to Joyce Bennett 652, Khadija Bahaja W5H, and Fidios DR60S. They were the first people to comment on my last video. Thank you so much for the support, babes. You know I love you. And now, without any further delay, let's continue the story. When we got to the hotel that night, I knew straight away something was different. The first show we did, the whole place was bright. You could see the men clearly, see their faces, even their drinks on the table. This time, the lights were dim, almost dark. Only small lights around the stage area. The clients were sitting far back in the shadows, so you couldn't even see them properly. Immediately, my chest tightened. I tapped Dinah and whispered, "This place feels strange. Why is it so dark?" She just rolled her eyes at me and snapped, "Ah, you've started again. Always complaining. If you don't like it, you can go home. Me, I am here to make money." Her words stung, so I kept quiet and followed her. When we entered the changing area, there were more girls this time, about 7 others, all already undressing without a word. It felt serious. My spirit was screaming at me to leave, but the thought of the money kept me glued to my seat. As usual, we were told to wear only heels, nothing else. We lined up, and when the music started, they asked us to go out one by one. The men clapped as we walked around, but it wasn't the same as before. This time, the way they were watching, it felt hungry. I can't even explain it. After about an hour, the other girls were told they could leave. Only Dinah and I were left. That is when I knew something was coming. A man in a black shirt came in and whispered something to Dinah. She nodded quickly, then he disappeared. Dinah pulled me aside and said, "They want us for something special. They are paying extra, 7,000 each. Don't start complaining, just agree before they give it to someone else." Before I could even respond, men came dragging something onto the stage. It was a mattress. They spread blankets on it. Then they placed bottles of lotions, oils, things I didn't even want to look at beside the bed. My heart started pounding so fast, I thought I was going to faint. The man came back and told us, "Lie down, side by side." Dinah didn't even blink. She just climbed onto the mattress and lay down like it was nothing. Me, I stood there frozen, my legs shaking. Dinah stood up and walked to me. She whispered, "Stop it. Just lie down. You are disgracing yourself. Act like a big girl for once. Stop acting like a villager. Just lie down. It is nothing." She pulled me towards the mattress. I hesitated, but laid on one side as she laid down on the other side. I was about to say something when the door opened, and what I saw made my whole body go cold. Let me explain how I got into this situation in the first place. Lying naked on a mattress in front of strangers, it didn't just start today. It started long ago. After SHS, my life just scattered. I failed my exams badly. The day the results came out, my whole world ended. All my friends were celebrating, buying forms, applying to universities, posting their pictures online. Me, I was stuck. The moment my father saw my results, there was fire in the house. Every single day, he insulted me. He would look at me and say, "Useless girl. You can't even pass common exams. See your mates moving forward, and you are here disgracing me." He never let me rest. Sometimes he wouldn't even greet me, just start shouting. "So what do you want to do with your life? Waste my money on you again? If you don't pass, you keep going back till you grow old. I don't care." That shame was too much. All my friends had left me behind. When I scrolled social media, they were posting their freshest week pictures, their new hostels, making new friends. Me, I was sitting in remedial classes trying to rewrite. But even that, it wasn't working. The books didn't make sense anymore. Anytime I opened a page, the letters would just be jumping around. I would try to read, but nothing entered. My brain was tired. Every time I thought about my father's words, "You are a failure, you will never make it sank deeper into me. And slowly, I started to believe him. I was 18, freshly turned 18, and already I felt like my life was over. And then there was Seth, my boyfriend, my first love, the only person I thought I could lean on when my whole world was crashing. We started dating back in SHS. It was one of the few things that made me happy back then. I really believed he loved me, that it was different. I was wrong. Not long after SHS ended, I found out he was cheating, not just with anyone, no, with two of my former classmates, girls I knew, girls who used to laugh with me in school. The day I heard it, I felt my heart just break into pieces. I confronted him, and at first he denied it, but later he admitted it, saying it was a mistake, that he was sorry, and like a fool, I forgave him. But the thing is, the rumors didn't stop. Every time I thought it was over, I would hear something new. Someone would tell me they saw him with one of the girls, or I would hear whispers that he never really left them. Deep down, I knew the truth. I was sharing him. But because my life already felt like a failure, I held on to him. I told myself, at least I still have Seth. At least I am not completely alone. Even though I knew he didn't respect me, I stayed. It was in remedial class that I met Dinah properly. I already knew her face from school. Everybody knew Dinah. She was that girl with a short uniform, always getting into trouble. Teachers couldn't control her. She had a reputation too. People said she was sleeping with boys in school, even some of the teachers. Me, I used to look at her and think, hey, this girl is wild though. So when I saw her again in remedials, I wasn't surprised. She had failed too. But the way she carried herself, it was like she didn't care at all. While we were stressing, she would just be pressing her phone, chewing gum, looking bored. One day, she came to sit next to me. Out of nowhere, she said, "Charlie, let me copy your assignments. I forgot to do mine." I was shocked. In my head, I was like, so she hasn't changed. But I just gave it to her. That was how our friendship started. Little by little, we started talking. And that is when I realized something. Yes, Dinah was stubborn, fearless, always in trouble. But when you actually talk to her, she was sweet, funny. She could make me laugh when I was down. She had this energy that made you forget your problems, even if it was just for a moment. She started opening up to me. She told me her own struggles, how her parents didn't really care about her, how she grew up learning to survive on her own. In a weird way, I saw myself in her. Both of us had failed. Both of us were stuck in remedials while our friends had moved on. She used to tell me, don't mind them. We will still make it in life. There are other ways to survive. School is not everything. At first, I didn't agree, but her confidence, it was contagious. She wasn't afraid of anyone. She wasn't begging for her father's approval like me. She just lived life on her own terms. And that is how slowly I started to get close to her. But what I didn't know then was that Dinah was also dangerous. Sweet, yes. Supportive, yes. But she was a bad influence. And before I realized, she was about to pull me into a world I never imagined I would step into. One afternoon after class, Dinah leaned close to me and said, "Charlie, I have one job we can do. Quick money, easy money." I frowned. What kind of job? She smiled small, like she was testing me. Models. They just need girls with nice bodies to walk around in heels. No touching, nothing bad. Just walk, pose, and go home with money. I laughed, thinking she was joking, but she was serious. She told me she had done it before, that the pay was good, 2,000 cedis for only 2 hours. At first, I said no, straight no. My heart was beating even hearing about it. Me, nude modeling, never. But then that same night, my father insulted me again. He said I was wasting his money, that I would keep writing remedials until I grew grey hair. He said I was a disgrace, that my mates were in the university and I was stuck at home like a failure. I went to bed crying. And then, as if life wanted to remind me I had no peace, the next day, I caught Seth again. messages on his phone from one of the girls. Even after all his promises, my chest was burning. That night, I remembered Dinah's words. Quick money, no touching, just walk. I told myself, maybe this is the chance to at least do something for myself. Maybe if I get money and start my hair business, I won't need to beg my father for anything again. Maybe I would even live sick. So I called Dinah. I said, okay, I will try it. And that was how everything started. The first show, it was exactly how she described. And for the first time, I felt powerful. For the first time, I thought maybe I wasn't a failure after all. Now back to that dark room. My heart was racing. My hands were shaking. I looked into the shadows. I could feel all eyes on us. Men watching silently, waiting. The room felt heavy, suffocating. I swallowed hard. My chest felt tight. Every part of me was screaming to run, but I just lay there. The door opened, and two tall, strong men came out, completely naked. My eyes widened, my whole body froze. I couldn't breathe. They were huge, strong looking, like bouncers, and they walked straight towards the mattress without shame, without hesitation. In that moment, I understood why the lotions and blankets were there. My heart dropped into my stomach. The men proceeded to put on protection, and that is when it really hit me. They were going to sleep with us. I tried to stand up, but Dinah grabbed my arm and hissed, "Relax, you will enjoy it. Just think about your business. Think about the money." I couldn't move. My whole body was shaking. The room felt like it was spinning. The music in the background sounded far away. I wanted to scream, but my voice just died inside me. One of them approached Dinah and proceeded to pour the lotion on her chest, and then he started rubbing it into her skin. She just lay there, eyes wide open, watching him. Then the other man started to walk towards me. And right there, lying on that mattress, I knew this was no longer the small modeling Dinah had promised. This was something else, something I wasn't ready for. And that is when I realized if I joined her, there would be no turning back. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. The man picked up the lotion and proceeded to pour it on my chest, but my whole body refused. My legs were shaking. My stomach was turning. I felt like if I continue, my life would never be the same again. So I shook my head. I whispered, "I can't." The man frowned. "Then leave," he said. Before Dinah could even pull me again, I grabbed my bag and ran. I didn't even look back. I just pushed the door and rushed out into the corridor. My heart was pounding so hard, I thought I would collapse. As I was leaving, I heard Dinah's voice behind me. She shouted, "Coward, you will die poor." A wet cut deep. I felt so ashamed, like I had failed her, failed myself. But at the same time, as I stepped outside into the night air, I felt something else too. Relief. I didn't have money. I didn't have anything to show for coming. But at least I didn't cross that line. Still, as I sat in the taxi home, tears rolled down my face. One thought kept hitting me. Maybe Dinah was right. Maybe I had just thrown away my only chance to change my life. After that night, Dinah never called me again. No text, no hello, nothing. It was like I didn't exist. I even tried calling her once just to check in, but she cut the call. Later, she blocked me completely. That one pained me because as wild as she was, Dinah was still like a sister to me. She was the only person I could laugh with, the one who made me forget my problems small. And just like that, she was gone. But what hurt more was seeing her from afar. Dinah started glowing. Her hair was always laid, nails done, clothes fresh every week. She was moving with big people, driving around in cars I had never entered before. Even her skin started looking different. Me, I was still there, broke, struggling, walking to class in the hot sun. But Dinah, she was shining. People in our area started whispering about her, saying she was doing well for herself. And every time I saw her, my heart just sank because I kept thinking maybe she was right. Maybe I really was a coward. Maybe I had thrown away the only chance I had to make it. But after everything, I told myself Maybe it was for the best. Maybe God was saving me from something terrible that night. So I decided I would just focus on my books. Forget Diana, forget the money. If I pass my remedials, my life will change. So I started again. New timetable, new notebooks, new determination. I told myself this time I will make my father proud. But when I sat down with the books, it was like my brain refused to work. I would read one line and forget it immediately. Sometimes I would stare at the page for 1 whole hour and all the letters would just be dancing. Maths especially. Anytime I opened that book, my heart would just beat fast. I couldn't even understand the first question. The day the results came, my hands were shaking as I opened the portal. And just like before, I had failed again. Oh, when my father saw it, he laughed bitterly. You got F9 in maths, and you say you want to do business. Useless girl. You will go back again and again until you die with F9. Failure. Those words entered my bones. I locked myself in my room and cried until my eyes were swollen. I felt trapped. No school, no money, no future. Everywhere I turned, it was like there was no way out. And all I could think of was Dinah. She had left the stress of exams behind. She wasn't sitting here with tears on her pillow. She was out there shining, while I was stuck, drowning in shame. As if the failure wasn't enough, Seth also added salt to my wound. One evening, I decided to surprise him. I went to his place without telling him. The moment I entered, I knew something was off. His room smelled of perfume, not as kind, but feminine. When I pushed the door, my heart just dropped. There she was, one of the same girls from my class, lying on his bed, laughing like she owned the place. I froze. Seth jumped up, trying to explain himself, but before he could even say a word, the girl looked me up and down and said, "Hey, so you are still here? You think it's yours? My dear, you are just wasting your time." A word cut me like a knife. I couldn't even respond. My throat was tight. My eyes filled with tears. I just turned and walked out. Seth came chasing after me, begging, swearing it meant nothing, that she was nothing to him. But deep down, I knew the truth. He had never stopped. I was sharing him all along. That night, I sat on my bed shaking. I felt like the most foolish girl in the world. Failed school, broke, disrespected by my father. And now, even the boy I thought loved me had turned me into a laughing stock. My self-esteem shattered completely. I looked at myself in the mirror and whispered, maybe my father is right. Maybe I really am nothing. And in that moment, all I could think of was Dinah and how she had left all this behind. One afternoon, I was walking back from town when I saw it. A brand new saloon, shiny glass doors, big banner outside, with Dinah's name and picture on it. I froze. Through the glass, I could see the inside. Air conditioner, ring lights, mirrors everywhere. Girls were sitting with their hair being braided, others doing nails. The whole place was full of life, full of customers. And right there in the middle was Dinah, looking like a queen. Wig laid, nails sharp, makeup flawless. She was laughing, giving instructions to her workers like she owned the whole world. My chest tightened. I stood there outside, watching. I wanted to enter just to say hello, but my legs refused. I felt small. I felt ashamed. Because the truth is, that could have been me if I had stayed. If I hadn't run that night, maybe by now I would have my own saloon too. Instead, I was standing outside with my broken slippers, watching her shine. And in that moment, I hated myself for choosing to leave, for being too weak, for being a coward. As I walked away, one thought kept echoing in my head. Maybe Dinah was right all along. 2 years have passed, and my life is still a mess. I am still here with nothing, no degree, no money, no business. My father still calls me a disgrace anytime he sees me. Seth is still cheating. I know it. Everybody knows it. But I am too tired to even fight anymore. Every time I wake up, I feel stuck. Like my life didn't move an inch. I'm still the same girl who failed her papers, the same girl everybody laughs at. And then there is Dinah. Diana is shining. Her salon is booming. She has even opened another one in another location. She dresses well, drives around. People respect her. Everywhere she goes, head stain. People say she has made it. Sometimes I pass by a saloon and I just stand there watching her. My heart's burning with envy because deep down I keep thinking maybe that could have been me if I hadn't walked away that night. If I had just closed my eyes and done it, maybe right now I would be sitting in my own shop, living the life I always dreamed of. But I didn't. I ran. And now I am here, broke, ashamed, invisible. So I keep asking myself, should I just swallow my pride and go back to Dinah for help? Should I enter the game again and finally get the life I want? Did I make the right choice that night? Or did I just throw my only chance away? I'm going to leave this one for you guys too. Sometimes I love to read your comments down below. So let me know what you think. She needs advice. Should she go back to the game? Did she make the right choice that night? What do you think she should do? I want to hear what you think down below. I'll also be in the comment sections reading your advice. And I bet you know that this is a judgment-free zone. We listen, we don't judge. So please be kind to her in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed yet, then come and join the family. Please subscribe and like this video. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so that when I post, you'll be notified immediately. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Okay, I'm done. Bye.